I think this is going to snap you all to the same scene here. Hold on a second. And I was going to say, so I went back because I couldn't actually remember. And I went back and I watched like where we were. And of course the Manticore had been defeated. And on the way down, he let out his breath weapon from every place that he could. And he finished off what was left of the ship. So the ship is going down. Of course, Gurn and Vimgard were upstairs. I think one of the last things we said, at least before I stopped recording, was they were like, "Oh shit, we got to get downstairs." So, for simplicity's sake, I was gonna say, in the intervening time since last session, that they went ahead and did that. And by simplicity's sake, I mean, they were on those different maps and things. So look, I'm gonna do this and try to bring you all to this scene here. Let's see if it works. Let me know if you seeing yourself.
Yep.
Cool. Oh, yeah, game's paused. Okay, so the other bit of housekeeping we could do real quick just while it's paused is you did defeat the Manticore in the Mana Storm, so everyone should have gotten 120 XP for that. Can y'all do that while it's paused? I mean, I'm paused.
Did we apply that already last game or no?
We did not. That's why I went back, because I couldn't remember if we did or not. Y'all knocked him down, and he, like I said, attacked the ship on his way down. And then I described the ship about to crash, and then we just stopped. Because I guess it was 12:30 is what I said, so we must have gone a little over.
So we're at 160 at level 5 then.
Yes. So let me stop this here and resume this here. So yes. Turn that down a little bit. So the Manticore defeated the ship, badly damaged. And everybody's here, right? There's nobody I should have added XP to, right? Yeah, cool. Okay, awesome. So, as you guys are, wanting to celebrate your victory, of course, Gurn and Vimgard rush down back to the flight deck here. Captain Winslow turns to you guys, and even though the doors, this door got destroyed, didn't it? And also, this door got destroyed. You guys hear Captain Winslow screaming down. She tells everybody to, grab hold, buckle up. And just as she's saying that, altitude, you can feel it. You almost come off of your feet. Let's see. Oh, hold on. I messed up on that scene.
Jump off.
That's actually good. Y'all can't see nothing, right?
No.
All right, so there you go. Should be able to see it now. So, as the engines sputter and fade, the airship eats the sand. I need everybody to let me switch to this scene and I'll let you roll it. I need everybody to roll a reflex save when we go over here. And let me know if I missed you. I think I dropped everybody except the cameraman. There he goes. All right, so everybody here? Yes. So roll a reflex.
Someone rolled a 1.
Not me. I'll hero point that.
I mean, you want to?
That's the first one. I'll see what happens.
Yeah, I was full to it. I will make a GM sin there and just tell you not to do that. All right, so let's see. So as the ship comes, crashing down. Where you at, man? Guard, yeah. Gurn, the alchemist, and the tried and true gunslinger end up on their backs. And as they kind of come to, you see that Captain Winslow and First Mate Drakes have gathered their wits already. They've sent Nolby and Gebben over to examine what looks to be a fatal accident here with Ton, who is, of course, the acrobat everybody forgot about. Trying to make the blood show up. All right, so standing over by Captain Winslow and First Mate Drakes is another passenger. This one surviving. Your good old friend, Mr. Fly. So, we could just go in order of the list, alphabetical order as it is. This is essentially exploration mode right here. Obviously you can rest and heal and do things like that. You've just been through a traumatic event, but you are not in combat of any kind of encounter. Let's see. 1 second.
Are we going in order? Or?
Yeah, so Drez, what would you like to do, sir? I would imagine treat your wounds.
Yeah, I'm going to treat my wounds.
Let's see.
I'm just looking for it in my list so I can hit the damn.
I think, let's see. Can you see it? I don't know if you could see it in the compendium.
I got it.
You should be able to, I think. I imported it. Alright.
All in one click.
Nice. So, that also reduces your wounded condition there. And let's see, you got a hero point. Yes, sir. And you get a hero point. And you get a hero point. And you get a hero point. Here, I can run the macro. I don't know where you find it other than... well, here, I imagine you stand up. Yes. There you go. Well, damn. The macro didn't work for you.
Alright, I'm going to treat wounds myself.
You see the macro? It should be in the tooltip. It's an exploration activity. And then, let's see if it's in your list. I might need to add it to you. Yeah, I probably do.
I've got it in my exploration list. You just can click it
Well,
there and you do everything.
He's new. Right. Remade.
Oh shit! Did my turn get skipped?
No, I think I just wanted to add an extra.
Well, yeah, everybody just kind of started healing themselves.
Oh, okay. I will do
That's
the same
where-
then.
I did to myself sleep.
Oh shit!
One way to heal.
Let me use the macro here. Forgot about it. Sorry.
Well, you could just roll 2d8 because it was a success.
Okay.
Or click that 2d8 right there. And it should roll. Wow, you suck.
I know.
And so Gurn, I would imagine you stand up, yeah?
Yeah, all that save did was put me prone.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
I'm glad I didn't use
a
the
funny
hero
way to
point.
waste it.
Yeah, I will stand up, dust myself off.
Oh, and it looks like the little targeting thing is working now because I went in and I changed everybody's avatar to their. I think I changed everybody's avatar to their what you call it, their token. I think mine is the tentacle, purple tentacle. Anyway, sorry. What'd you say? I just noticed Krillin got himself targeted, of course. The email. Uh-oh, who's that? I don't have an avatar for you.
Me. Vanguard.
Sucks to suck. Alright, bit of housekeeping. Let's see where you are. And so, you know, obviously, I don't want to poke you too much. Once you've, you know, kind of collected yourselves and healed, you might want to question Winslow to see what she thinks about your current predicament. She doesn't seem to be too worried to come over and talk to you guys first. Take that how you will.
All right.
Let's see, Vanguard.
Was there something shitty about Mr. Fly, or was he just a creep show?
He was an alien, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Drez spent the night with him, so.
I mean, it was a fun night. As long as he behaves himself, I don't have any problems with him.
Okay.
Now, dickhead Drake's over there, Mister.
Wow.
I'm gonna put this Manicore down with one shot.
Yeah,
Sitting
you go
here
tell him.
Dude, why are you hating
You
on
tell
that
him.
guy? Maybe
because we were promised that he was gonna just do something badass, and he sat there with his dick in his hand the entire time, and then tried to take credit for our work.
Right. That's rude.
Everybody gonna back me up if I start a fight with this guy?
Yeah. I got you.
All right.
I will try to stop that fight.
Let me fix something here real quick.
Oh,
Only
Well,
because
that-
I'm RPing right now, Chesty. If it was me, I would also fight him, but I'm chaotic good, so.
Oh, now we're gonna pay attention to our alignment.
Switch
You
to
know,
chaotic
you-
neutral. It's much more
New
fun.
year, new me, man.
You know
New year,
who's about ready to pay attention to alignment is Ari. All right, let's see. I'm fixing this now. Sorry.
I already talked to her about alignment, though. She says she will not play a character,
Whatever.
or at least that she will not play anything lawful good.
All right, so here we have this fixed. I might have missed some other ones too. All right, untarget that. Target something else.
okay, hold on 1 second.
Who's red? I thought I did everybody. Yes, I did.
No.
So anyway, yes, after you guys all heal up and things, you probably want to speak to her. And or, I mean, nobody really had a connection to the dancer over here, so rip.
I'm gonna go get her sketchbook.
She died with so many penises undrawn.
What?
Somebody wasn't taking notes about the
She was the
art.
dick drawer.
I forget about that. I'm going to walk up to
Could
the
you-
captain and see how she's doing. Because so long to get with her.
She tells you, she takes a long draw of a freshly lit cigar, and she tells you, she kind of rubs her hand down your chest and tells you, you know, not now, but come see her later.
I'm going to ask her, what is the big damage about the ship? Like, is it repairable or anything, or do we have to start going on foot?
She kind of makes fun of you guys a little bit. And she says, well, while y'all were napping, they were able to assess the damage, and other than having to dig out huge chunks of it that are now, buried into the Spellscar Desert, it looks like could be repaired and made at least flyable back to Alcastar to, get further repairs. She tells you that a place like the Cradle of Quartz is the perfect place to salvage parts because it's a clockwork temple, and that's exactly what they need is some gears and things. She rattles off some different sizes and such, and as she does, Drez or First Lieutenant Drakes there, First Mate Drakes, I should say, hands you a list of what she's just rattled off, so you know all the sizes and things that she needs. She tells you that by her estimation, from how far you guys flew once you left Cloud Reaver Keep, Cradle of Quartz should be just east of here, maybe about 2 days march.
Okay.
What's the rest of the crew's condition like? Does anybody need healing or?
I would like
other
to heal.
than the dead woman.
Well, yes, that's why I said the rest.
They all seem to be fine. You guys must have been unconscious for longer than you realized because they've all,
they must
recuperated.
They must be used to her crashing ships by now.
That could also be a fact.
I go up to these goblins and ask how they're doing.
You could tell that they're both kind of fascinated by this scene here. They have mechanical minds, engineering minds. So as you approach them, they're bickering about just how exactly she met her demise here against the rocks, what angle and how she might have come out of the ship. It's apparent that she came through one of the shot out windows. She's all cut up.
Do we need to bury the body or what?
That's nice of you.
I asked the goblins if they'd like to help me bury the body.
They tell you, sure, and they head off into the back into the wreckage here, looking for some shovels, a tool. And after a few minutes, they return and they hand you a shovel. And they both have 2 little picks.
Okay. I take a quick glance at the body if there's a notebook lying around.
You don't notice one in the vicinity, no.
Okay. All right, then I guess I begin to bury the body.
Those dicks are scattered all across the Spellscar Desert.
It's what she would have wanted.
All right, so it's going to take you an hour or so to bury that body.
All right, so yeah, I'll just chill here then. You guys do your thing.
So Saren, anything you need to do? Check your weapons.
I'm gonna. Someone could heal me for 9 points. That'd be great. My heal check on myself sucked.
I got you.
And then gonna make some bullets, I guess. I do a downtime activity.
How long does it take?
It's just like daily alchemy.
Oh, so it's supposed to take. Oh, what? Daily alchemy?
Like I have advanced alchemy to make my bullets.
Damn, dude. You're not getting that 9 points healing.
Okay, my heal roll sucked too, so sorry about that.
I can try and help.
I mean, you guys can, you can take downtime here and rest if you.
I would love to rest. If we can rest, that would be awesome. Take
Yeah,
the
I'm,
1 day to rest.
I need to heal 38 HP to get back to full health.
Yeah,
So
I'm down
Yeah,
too.
let's have a
it's
rest.
if anyone's able to heal me before we do that rest, it's probably great.
There you go.
Can you guys, somebody roll a survival check? One of you. See how
Sure.
long you're able to rest.
Who's got higher survival? I'm +7.
I'm
I'm
good
plus
with
Never
one
mind.
trained.
Yeah,
Yep.
we'll let that go.
All right, so you guys are able to take a full rest, so you can click that button in your character sheet.
I can, whoever needs to be topped up before we rest, I can get you a potion.
Oh, please do.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So now you can do your daily alchemy or whatever it is.
Should be able to do treat
Downtime.
wounds again too, right? Because like it's a 10-minute cooldown.
Yep.
Okay.
How about we just all heal each other? Hey, that should get us back to full health.
9. Saren, you still need more healing?
I am
Oh.
full now.
I'm gonna heal myself again.
And as the sun comes up, Captain Winslow kind of looks around at you all and she says, aren't you supposed to be heroes or something? I need these parts to get us back in the air.
I look into the camera and say, "No,
Into
we're the outlaws of Alkenstar."
Oh my god.
And then our theme song plays.
Whoever needs it can roll the 3d6 plus 6 for the
Well, I
elixir blood.
will use that.
Hey Mary, I want to do a DC. I wanted to do a DC 20 medicine at expert level. I rolled a 24, so I get 2d8 plus 10. I'm gonna roll that now.
Alright.
So 17.
Nice.
You should just added the 10. Gotcha. Well, you only need 6.
Yeah. I think I got a shitty healing potion here I can use. Alright, perfect. There you go.
I'm still down some, but I should be okay. Down 8
I will
more.
take that healing potion though.
Oh, I already took it.
Oh, did you take
I
it?
got
Okay.
it. I got another one. Take it.
Oh,
There, where are you at? Ah, there you are. Alright. Is it in my inventory already, or do I just have to add it?
Yeah, I don't know how to pass you things if I
Okay.
can. I don't know if it pops up for you in the chat window. Can you use elixir, or is that
Oh,
just...
yes, I can. No, I just want to take it. I'm already at full health, so it would be
Oh,
like...
I got you. Well, it's gonna disappear after we rest then, anyway.
oh, then
okay.
I will use that then.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm at full health now.
Yeah, there we go. I'm at full now. Oh, and now I have to figure out my spells.
Alright, 1 second. I need to reload. That should make.
How do I add third level spells?
Alright, cool. It didn't mess with you. What do you need to do?
Add third level spells to my spell book. Oh, there we go. I see it now.
From leveling up 5th level?
Yeah. I know I have to rest before I can add them to my spell book.
Need a second? You got it. You know what you're adding?
I don't know why it's not adding me on my spell book, but I can see it on my character sheet now.
Oops.
So what spells are you trying to take?
I was going to take Lightning Bolt and Vampiric Touch. Oh, there we go. Thank you.
Yeah, you gotta drop them into the book first.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. So, rested, rejuvenated, feeling good.
I'm back.
Dead body is buried.
It just moved.
The zombie! The goblins are starting work on digging out the ship over here. Mr. Fly just goes and he's kind of lounging on this rock, just chilling.
Did anyone check up on him?
I mean, he was just kind of standing silently observing as you guys were talking to Captain Winslow. So, he doesn't seem to be too phased. He's just taking it all in stride. But no, nobody spoke to him.
I go up to him and ask him how his meatbag body's doing.
He just looks at you confused. He says, I don't know what you're talking about.
I ask if he's okay from the crash.
He said, he says, crash? What? I've been through worse. And he winks at you. Kind of gives you a weird vibe.
I say, okay, cool, and I slowly back away. Doot, doot, doot.
As you walk away, you notice there was a weird smell around him.
Ugh. Can I do a perception check to see what that smell was?
Sure.
Yeah.
It was urine.
Oh, fuck.
Alien urine.
Okay, so we're pretty much all ready to go now. Should we start heading off?
Yeah.
I asked the captain if there's any supplies she can spare for our trek to look for parts.
Or gold to buy the gears?
She scoffs at you. She's like, you want to take what little we have to survive here in the desert, stranded with a broken ship. She tells you that they don't have anything they can spare if they're going to hope to live, and then she kind of scoffs even more. She tells you, besides, hardy adventurers like you know how to find a bite to eat in the desert, right? And with that, she kind of
Right.
walks away from you.
All right. Well, let's get going. Let's get got.
All right, which direction are you gonna head out?
You said east, right?
Can I do a survival check to see which way is the best way to go?
You could scout.
Yep. And that is a survival check, or
The scout, the
Yeah.
scouting action.
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
There, I just linked it.
Yeah, you get the effect when you do it. That's right. You want to seek is what I think you're trying to do. Which I think is a perception check.
okay.
Yeah. So, where you at?
So did what
Fine.
we did there where everybody healed up, was that a rest?
Mm-hmm. You guys have stayed here for 8
Okay.
hours. I mean, more
Yep.
than 8 hours. Really, about 10 hours. So yes. Yeah, you should click that button for sure. Let's see here. You guys confirm with Winslow and by your own scouting efforts that the Cradle of Quartz, your destination, is to the east, about 40 miles over 2 days' journey. Beyond that, all you guys see is desert in front of you. So, do you depart?
Yes.
Let's go.
Nice. Alright, so here's our fucking weirdly oriented map. So you guys are now traveling through the Spell Scar, a not very pleasant journey. It is not a sandy, duney kind of a desert. It's more like a rocky, craggy, dry riverbed type of a place. You are heading almost to the coast here, to the east. As you're traveling through the desert, you're seeing kind of the typical thing: dust devils, flashes of mana storms off in the distance, rock formations and columns, and weird valleys and dips and all this kind of stuff. So as you're journeying, what are you guys doing? Take one turn a piece here and describe what you're doing. Not everybody all at once. You guys are about halfway through, so you're about here. So traveling east, which is on this map to the bottom.
To the bottom.
Investigate, search, and scout, I think, were the actions.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying just describe how you are traveling through the desert here.
Would this be like considered rubble terrain?
It is difficult terrain, yes.
Personally, I'm putting one foot in front of the other and then repeating that on the other side to propel myself forward.
Say that again, like you're skiing?
Yeah, I'm just putting one foot in front of the other, and then I'm using that forward leg to draw my body up even with it, and then I'm doing the same thing on the opposite side, and by such means I'm propelling myself forward.
Okay, and what order are you guys walking in? Who's first? You guys walking like in a single file or shoulder to shoulder?
I mean, we're not sand people. We can spread out a little bit.
We gotta hide our numbers.
I'm talking to Gurn about spells and all that because I know we both are magic users.
And you kind of lagging behind everybody.
Oh, I say we're like middle of the pack or in the back.
Well, I have terrain stalker, and my terrain is rubble. Would you consider this rubble?
Sure, yeah.
This means I can automatically approach creatures within 15 feet while avoiding notice during exploration, as long as they aren't actively searching or on guard. So I can just
I
kinda be
also have
sneaky to
terrain
start.
stalker. Actually, I have 2 terrain stalkers, and I'm pretty sure one of mine is rebel as well. So I'm doing that as well.
Yeah, so we can scout
Yeah.
out ahead of everybody undetected.
I take my shirt off and make a makeshift hat out of it, and I walk silently with the group.
You guys are just all bunched up together.
I guess Krillin and Gurn and I are walking up together, and the other two are up ahead scouting.
Yeah. I'd say we're ahead of the group. How do I scout?
Oh, so we split the party. The worst move ever.
Well, not that far.
Not really.
It's
Yeah.
I-
30
I-
feet.
So, look, this you overthinking. Calm down.
He's just asking for RP reasons, man.
I know,
Oh,
like everybody's like, I got 15 fucking skills I can do right now. Like, fucking hey, dude. I just asked how you're walking through the desert.
I pull out my loot and start
I thought it
playing
was
some
pretty
Taylor
simple.
Swift songs to raise the group morale. Never mind, wrong campaign.
That was a test. You all failed. All right. So,
So I'm
Fucking men
stealthily
actors in this
walking.
group, man.
so as you continue through the desert, hold on. You guys come upon kind of a strange set of riverbeds that are converging. They're not quite dry like you've seen most of the other ones. There's a little creek kind of flowing in both directions. So as you approach this riverbed, everybody roll a perception check. Alright, so everyone but Gurn. But since he's with the group, he just gets filled in. You all kind of rub your eyes and wonder if you're seeing a mirage, because as you're staring down the riverbed, a strange tentacled creature scurries one way and then the next, up and down, seemingly, looking for food or water or something. And it doesn't seem to, care that you're here or even have noticed you, perhaps. But at least for the time being, you shouldn't. You don't perceive anything as threatening about what it's doing. And so look, we can go this way, just make it easier. Let's just roll. Let's start an encounter and go in turn order. Oh, not you, cameraman. Get out of there. Alright, there you go. Everybody roll initiative. All right, so Krillin, take 3 actions here. You muted? Muted.
Yeah, sorry. So that's 1 action, 35 feet. And I move another 35 feet over here, and then I do a perception check just to see if there's anything suspicious in my surroundings.
Let's see here. So as you're looking around, this thing runs over to you, and to your like shock, it speaks perfect common to you, and it greets you. It says, "Hello, hello."
I say hello back. How are you doing?
It seems thrilled to meet you and see you. At that moment, it kind of looks upstream and it sees Drez and Saren standing there, and he asks you, "You're not alone?" Or they ask you, "You're not alone?"
Yes, that's right. My friends are just nearby. Are you alone?
And it kind of nods at you, but it seems to be just squealing with delight, and you hear it say the word, "Oh, come, come." Seems to want you to call your friends over.
Okay. Let me call my friends over, and we'll see what we want to do. So, can they hear me from here? I'm pretty far.
Well, you can motion to.
I mean, you're like 30 feet away. I'm pretty sure we can.
Yeah, you can motion to Drez and Saren, and they can motion to everybody else.
I make a motion for them to come over here, and I point at the purple creature.
All right, so we'll do this so everybody can move. So everybody, if y'all want to walk down here.
I misinterpret the motion and think he's telling me he needs to take a shit and is asking for some privacy.
How high is this ravine on either side?
So you do what? Just stand there? It's 15 feet. I mean, it's climbable.
I wonder out loud why everyone else is going to watch Krillin take shit in the bushes.
Guess nobody corrects you.
I start to rethink my allegiances. And then I warily move to like right here because I'm just not sure I want to get involved in this new fetish.
Well, and you guys all see this thing is it's squealing and happy to see you all, and he's motioning with all his tentacles for you guys to come closer, come closer.
I'm gonna climb up this wall over here if I can. And like go to here.
Yeah, you could roll a climb. I think it's just athletics.
I've just got a grappling hook. Can I just use, or my not a grappling hook, my grappling gun. Hoping I can just shoot her up there and aid myself at least.
What's it?
How do I do that?
What's it say? What's the tooltip say? Grappling hook.
Grappling gun clockwork. I can shoot a thin metal cord with a grappling hook up to 100 feet. And manually recoil the cord.
Yeah, you can shoot it. It's so I mean it just adds another DC, but then it would give you a circumstance bonus on the climb.
Okay. Well, how do I use that?
It's just a flat
Just a
roll
flat check?
D20.
Okay.
And it's a DC 20. You guys are 5 still, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
20.
DC 20?
Yeah, to see if it anchors.
And I'm rolling a d20 with no pluses, or what am I rolling? What am I adding to
Yes,
it?
it's just a flat d20. And you gotta hit it, I guess. Well, you could add your. I'll let you do athletics with it, because we'll say you like holding it. You know what I mean, like up on your shoulder. So just roll athletics, because that's what you'll roll to climb anyway.
Would have been a 20. No, it's going to be a 5.
Damn, it hit in the corner. All right, well you can still climb,
Okay, I'll climb.
and
And that one is.
that'd be athletics.
Could I acrobatically climb it?
Acrobatically climbing.
Do a series of cartwheels up the cliff.
All right, here's the athletics.
What's your you trained? Oh, you're untrained. Oh yeah, you wouldn't be able to climb up that. Oh no, yeah, your athletics is untrained.
Yeah, I
What?
believe so. Acrobatics
Yeah,
is where I put everything in.
Sorry, you wouldn't be able to attempt. You would need that grappling hook to be able to climb up there.
Oh shit.
Sorry, man. No mountaineering for you.
Okay, well, I'm going to hang back. I'll move forward maybe.
So you're not gonna come close?
I'm going to move to there.
All right, Vimgard, have you moved where you're gonna move? Everybody has.
Do a recall of knowledge on this thing.
Sure. What are you gonna nature or what?
Oh yeah, I figured. I thought that would roll it, but it just linked it.
Yeah, just click nature.
I wonder if that that Mr. guy is related to this person. If they're both aliens.
You don't learn anything by, trying to deduce what type of creature this is. You do, however, easily notice, everybody does really, that this is not a natural creature. And just as you guys are kind of pondering that, it starts flapping its tentacles at you, and it seems to want to know your name. It keeps saying I, and kind of pointing a tentacle back at itself. And then it's just pointing a tentacle at you guys, kind of expectantly, waiting for you to say something.
Okay, I move up next to him and I tell him, my name is Krillin. What's your name?
All of a sudden,
That was a bad idea.
you hear in your mind a voice, and it's this creature, and it tells you that it is called I.
I say, nice to meet you, I.
And it asks you again, kind of curtly. It wants to know your name.
Is it me again, or like to everyone else?
It's just in your head. It wants to know your name.
I think out loud. Sorry, I think in my head Krillin is my name.
And as soon as you do, it just like trills with excitement. All of its tentacles start like, just kind of quivering. And the rest of you, in your minds, you hear a voice compelling you almost seductively to come closer, and share your names. So, Drez, what will you do in this situation?
I'm going to move just a little bit closer to right here, and I want to ask where it wants us to go with it. Where is it trying to take us?
So as you get closer, the voice in your mind becomes stronger, and it seems to be confused by the word go and the word take, and you just hear a flood of questions in your mind. It wants to know your name. It wants to know how you walk and talk and eat and where you're from and where you're going. And it's just like like almost like a small child, just question after question after question, flooding your mind to the point where you have to kind of snap out of it.
All right. I try to reason with I, and I'm like, look, I, buddy, you got to slow down a little bit. I get that you're excited. Let's just take things one question at a time. Just chill out a little bit.
It kind of quivers again because it's never heard this term.
End time.
Chill out.
I ask I where it's from.
And it seems to be confused at this word from and not really understand. But you also get a really profound sense of like sadness and confusion. Almost like it doesn't even know how long it's been here or how long or how it got here. And it kind of, after a moment of this, it just kind of like shuffles its tentacles about, and all of a sudden it's just gone. As quick as it was there, the thought is out of your head.
I think that's all my 3 actions.
So, Gurn, will you get closer as this thing is requested? Let it know your name?
I want to circle around and watch it suspiciously.
From the bushes?
Yeah.
Right. So, you're not unnoticed by it because it's still in your head. You definitely hear the voice, and you kind of experience the same thing as Drez, just like a flood of questions, but it really seems to be focusing on your name. It wants to know your name. So do you clear your mind, or do you think your name?
I will clear my mind.
All right. So you sense confusion as it kind of jumps back into Krillin's mind for a second. Krillin, will you interact any further with this thing?
Yes, I ask him where it's from and where it wants us to go.
So you get the same reaction as Drez got from, and it just doesn't really seem to know, and you get this profound sense of just like sadness, and again confusion, like it doesn't have a conception of time at all. And you get an equal reaction of confusion with the word from, or with the word go. Like it doesn't really understand this concept of, taking you guys somewhere. It just wants to ask questions. And again, you just get flooded with, where are you from? How old are you? How do you eat? What do you, how do you walk? How do you get clothes on? Just all these questions, one after another. Boom, boom, boom. So, Saren, are you hiding in the bushes over there? Or what are you gonna do?
Muted.
Hit the ball.
Y'all muted. Someone's muted.
So
Yeah, I'm gonna hide over there.
You are not unnoticed by this thing because it is in your mind. It has a telepathic connection with you, so it can sense that you're there, and you just like everyone else hear its voice in your head. It's asking you your name. It wants to know where you're from. It's just curious as could be. It's just going crazy.
I give him a quick rundown of my life story.
Oh, it just quivers as it hears like all these new terms and words. then it sneezes.
I do like calamari.
I gave this creature a big hug. I don't know.
So Vimgard, as it comes to you, it asks your name like it's done everyone else, but you hear a distinctly different question. It asks you particularly, where are you going? Where are you going? So it seems to understand the idea of like you guys having a destination, and it seems to be asking you. Will you answer it or think anything or speak anything?
You're muted, Logan.
Sorry. I will say we're going to get parts, and I'm also going to move right here. Switch my weapon, and then activate my spell strike. But can I try and do this stealthily? All that, like,
He's in your
I don't
mind,
trust
right?
this thing.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay. So what, are you just charging up a spell for spell strike?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just charging my weapon. It just takes one action. And then I'm
Okay.
just... But
Alright.
I am telling him that we're getting parts. I'm being very vague about it. I don't
Sure.
want...
So what spell are you like loading up?
Oh, I'm going to probably load up Produce Flame.
Okay. And you want to do this stealthily, you said, right?
Yeah.
Alright, can you roll deception?
Deception? For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that is the one
Boy,
that
it's not gonna end well.
I am untrained in it too, so... Well, 12. It's not bad.
So as you begin to cast spell strike onto your weapon, all of you hear loudly in your minds the word danger, danger, and it seems to trail off like a question, and it seems to be asking all of you at this split second if you are danger.
I say safe friends.
I say no danger.
Okay, do you continue casting?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Okay. So
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Uh-oh.
He shouldn't know what I'm...
so
He's in your mind, man.
Yeah.
No
So-
danger as I
So-
already produced
so-
fire.
when you say the word friends, it kind of trills again. The trill that it's been doing whenever it hears a word that it's never heard before. And you quickly discern that in its mind, there's really only 3 categories of things. Danger, toy, or food. And in this moment, he decides that you all must be food, and he lashes out at the first thing that seemed dangerous to him,
Oh, that's me.
which is Vimgard. So let's see here, buddy.
I would have attack of opportunity on him as well.
I'm aware,
Oh.
and you'll get it. So,
Oh.
Plus 13.
as he hits you, go ahead and take your attack of opportunity.
Okay.
I'll roll his damn bow here.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, you put fire on it? Is that right?
Yeah, I put Produce Flame. Oh, there we go. Oh, why is that?
Oh, that was me from him.
Oh,
My bad.
here.
Hey Mary, it says there's no active encounter right now.
I know. This
Oh,
is
okay.
just like pre-encounter. Okay. So with that, The battle is joined, and yes, here, let's put it in officially. I think I got everybody. Is that everybody? Yeah. So before we begin this one, will you guys give me like 2 minutes? Let me go to the bathroom. I need to blow my nose
Yep.
real good. All right, I'll be right back.
Run ahead, real quick too.
I'll pause this.
Yep, I'll be right back as well.
Well, smoke them if you got them, I guess.
That's exactly what I just said on
What?
mute. Fuck.
Yep.
Oh, all right, I'm back. I just had to get some tissue.
Foundry needs a ready check.
Ready check? Yeah, that's a good one. I think there's probably a mod for that, for real. Honestly. There's a lot of them I need to like get in and kind of understand better what they do. And I think y'all's avatars, I think I fixed that. If y'all, well, Drez, yours and Krillin is working. Must not just loaded the other ones. But I fixed it, it just has to reload.
Everyone back?
I'm here. Chelsea's here. Eve. Eve.
Alright, I'm back.
What up?
Oh. Alright.
I think I got some new. Oh no, I was gonna get some new combat music, but I didn't.
I'm back.
Yo, you're up first in this encounter with the alien.
Well, I see him slash out at Vimgard. I will fire my gun. Guard him first.
Diplomacy's always an option.
Not for me.
Not with this group, it's not, apparently. I'm in a group full of murder hobos.
So, let's see. So you successfully penetrate this alien flesh and damage this thing for 11, and it kind of shrills, not in the same joyful way it did when it was learning new words, but it's equally disturbing.
Then I will reload. And 1, 5, 10, 15, 15, 20, 25, 30. We have 30 feet of movement. 35 feet of movement now. Sweet.
Going over, way
Move
over
all
there?
over there and reload.
All right. Drez, will you be food?
All right, I'm going to move right here behind Krillin. And then I'm going to attempt some extremely late, but maybe helpful diplomacy.
Okay.
And I'm going to be like, whoa, calm down. I don't even know that orc.
All right. So roll a diplomacy check there with well, hold on a second. Yeah. Go ahead. Diplomacy.
I got a 15.
Oof. So he you just hear back in your mind the word food, food, food. He still seems quite frenzied. You notice that he's clutching a some kind of clockwork creation, salvage piece of something.
All right. Can I attempt tumble behind from right here, like to pass through him and Krillin?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Does it go? I thought it was just one space you could tumble.
Let me pull it up here, and I will find out for sure.
You stride up to your speed, so yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, because going through allies is fine.
Yeah, you can try to move through the space of one enemy. So basically, like if I got a running start from right here and ran past Krillin and then like tucked and rolled.
Right.
Can I do that in one action, or do I need to take 2 for that?
You could do that with the tumble through.
All right, I'm going to try it.
So yeah, you can move through it, but through it is difficult terrain. So that one space is 10 feet instead of 5 feet.
So I wouldn't be able to go.
The other side of him is 15 feet.
Okay, well, that's all I want to do is end up right behind him, so we're flanking him if we need to.
Yeah.
And then that puts me out of actions.
Gurn from the bushes.
All right, I'll take a step out and then I'll attempt to demoralize it. Calling it a foolish creature to attempt such aggressive action when it's vastly outnumbered like this. Yeah. And seeing it does nothing, I will do the short bow.
He eats your arrow.
Greatly ineffective.
All right, so the first thing you guys all notice is he starts secreting venom everywhere. So everybody click that button and roll that save.
Even
From
me?
25 feet?
Oh damn! I failed on a 23.
Like 60 feet away from this guy.
I'll give you that because you're out of his moving range.
Oh.
Excuse me. But no, 25, yeah, you're in there. Sorry. But yeah, 60, I'll give you that because you're double his movement speed. So, all right, so, yes, this thing squelches and squirts poison all over the place. Let me see here. Okay, yeah, it's just this. Oh wow. So, you guys all take a little bit of damage from the splash of poison. And as it seeps into your clothes, you all notice that you feel just a little bit weaker. And for one round, your people. All right, so without missing a beat, he moves over here, and Grimguard takes an attack of opportunity. So go ahead.
Ow.
Alright, so you swing and miss, and he immediately comes at you with all four of his arms, slapping you like the Three Stooges. And you notice that they all swing down on you at once.
Oh,
But only one connects, so you're safe from most of his damage. However, the one that does connect slaps you for 12, and he wraps that tentacle around your right arm and grabs you.
That could have been real bad if all four of those hit.
yeah.
So he has
Yeah.
got a hold of Vimgar by his right arm. And then, yes, Vimgar, click that right there. So you feel his tentacle squeezing around your arm, trying to hurt you, but you know your big bulging green bicep is able to resist. So looks like Vimgard is about to be food. Krillin, what will you do?
Hey. Here's can I describe to you what I want to do, and you can just kind of like
Sure.
figure out how many actions it's gonna take. I want to yell out loud and say food, and I'm gonna pull rations out of my pack, and I'm gonna take a piece of my rations, take a bite of it, and go and then I rub my belly, just to try and convince it that I have food, and I'm gonna share it with them.
These are not the pelicans.
Well, I mean, because based on what Mary said, there's 3 categories to his thinking. It's danger, toy, and food. So I'm just gonna appeal to the food side. Was my thinking.
Try it.
Or you can try to be his toy. I don't know how that works out though.
Oh, that would work. What's the easiest I can think of?
I've seen some tentacle movies, and I wouldn't want to be its toy.
So that's what you want to do? Is just take
Yeah.
crashes out?
Yeah.
I mean, you can roll a diplomacy check to see if he accepts it.
Oh boy. This isn't gonna end well.
He doesn't seem interested in your dried up rations. He
Okay,
wants that.
so-
He wants that juicy orc flesh.
So was that one action then, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into mountain stance.
Okay.
It's time for aggressive negotiations.
What do you say when you go into mountain stance? What's your catchphrase?
Oh shoot, I haven't thought of one yet.
It's slobbering
Baruch
time.
Kazad? For now.
Kassan.
Okay, and then I'm gonna do a key strike, Mary, and I'm gonna do a force damage. Was it? What's my double attack here? I already forgot what it's called.
Your
Flurry of blows.
Flurry of blows, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna roll that here. Oh, I haven't gotten encounter. Yeah, let's go.
There we go.
Yeah, you did the key strike? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so you pummel this thing, and as you're hitting it, you feel a sharp, pain in your own head. You're not quite sure what that's about.
And I believe that is 3 actions.
Alright, Vimgard, you are grabbed by your right arm.
Okay, it's a strength check to get out of it, right?
Yeah, I believe it's athletics, actually.
Athletics? Okay.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, the same level of the attack, so it was, it'd be tough to get away from him.
Then
Yeah,
I'm
DC 23.
I'm not going to do that then. I'm going to do Vampiric Touch. And then it'll give me temporary hit points as well.
DC 19 Fortitude save.
Yeah. He has to roll that, and then I can get the negative hit points it damages. I can get back half of it
Right.
for
All
temporary
right.
points.
So, here he goes.
Oh,
Damn.
Damage. Ooh, 11 temporary hit points.
Hey Mary, did you apply my key strike buff
Well,
right when I rolled?
He saved it, so he takes
Oh.
11 damage, so you get 5. Well, 6, round up.
Thank you. And then my last action, I'm going to go into my stance.
No, that's what I asked you if key strike was on.
Oh shit.
Was
I don't think it applied the damage. All I see is blood 2d8 bludgeoning.
Alright, so you got one action remaining.
Yep, and then I'm going to go into Arcane Stance. My
Arcane Cascade.
yeah.
Can I just get that focus point back then, Mary, since it didn't apply the buff?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what's the damage type?
Yeah, I'm going to say slashing. I should.
You gonna say what?
Slashing.
That's not one of the choices. Oh,
No.
you said slashing?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Alright, should be on you. Yeah.
I just did it as well then. So I have it on twice now?
Yeah, just right click it. Alright.
And that is my turn then.
You should not be feeble. Alright, Saren. Sharpshooter.
Gonna be able to shoot through the Vimguard, or I gotta move to get a clean shot here?
I mean, I would definitely give you at least a -1 because he's got a hold of him. He's not just standing. So I mean, if you moved, you know, you could get rid of that. But I mean, it's just.
Yeah, I'm gonna move 35 feet of movement so that can get me to here.
All right.
And that should give me a straight line at him. And then I'm gonna use one action to do alchemical shot.
There we go.
And let's see if I can hit this guy. Ooh, crit.
All right. Whew.
For 54 damage.
Wow.
Oh yeah, and the fortitude save. He's stunned one.
That's even better.
And then he has persistent fire damage, which will pop up on his turn. Alright. That's my turn, all 3 actions.
Easy there, Baron.
All right. Drez. There's blood on the ground. What will you do?
Alright. Take a shot with the dagger pistol. And it is not loaded, even though the loaded icon is up. Fucking dagger pistol. So instead, I'm going to take a shot with the dueling pistol. I curse the dueling pistol, and then I swing the dagger pistol melee with the map penalty. And then I commit ritual suicide because this fucking sucks. No, I'm just going to move over here and shamefully end my turn.
And commit Sudoku.
Wow.
I'm not good with numbers.
Alright, I'm gonna telekinetic projectile this son of a bitch. Something like a little piece of deadfall. It's like a spear. And I'll launch it. Let's see what the bow does. Oh. Big time damage. Fucking look out for
All
Gurn.
right, you stick an arrow right in him, and he wails. He shakes loose and lets go of Vimgard as he. Let's see here. Wait, there we go. Oh, I got rid of your other thing. Hold on. Alright, so let me put that back on you. So he drops hold of. Oh goodness. Stance. Okay, there we go. He drops hold of Vimgard, having been stunned there. He loses his grip and kind of does the old shake his head off, so loses his one action for being stunned. And you guys see that he is once again emitting that beautiful venom. So everybody, I think everybody's close enough now. Let's see how close everybody is.
I think I'm part of it.
Yeah, I'll give you being alright on the edge of it, to not have to do it. Hold on, I'll do it. I'll put it in the box. There you go. Click that.
I want to hero point that.
Do I have to do this one too, I guess?
No,
No?
no,
Okay.
you're just outside.
Not critical.
So, Krillin is able to dodge through the drops of venom that are getting thrown off of your boy Eye here. And let's see, you would have lost enfeebled, so just say you gained it back. Gurn, you hit that too. Alright, so, and then, yeah, you'll stay enfeebled. Krillin shouldn't be enfeebled. Or no, yeah, you should be till your next turn, but you saved it from this time. You didn't get poisoned. Did you hero point that?
Yeah, and I still failed.
Damn.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Hey, it wasn't a critical failure.
you get splashed with some poison. Temporary hit points go away.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And you get enfeebled. Let's see.
Oh, I forgot. I totally forgot. I also have an attack of opportunity. Oops.
Well,
Oh
that's
my
just a
God.
that's just a passive thing right there. So
Okay.
he didn't do nothing.
I just remembered that I had it.
When your foe tries to flee, when
Yeah.
they're trying to move, so yours is only for moving.
Yeah. Uses a move
Alright.
action or leaves the square. Yeah.
Well, so all of a sudden, he seems to kind of squeeze into himself. Let's see, how wide does this go? Yeah, each creature in the area.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
What's the area? So it just says all in the area. Let me see what something else says here about this. I would assume. Okay, yeah, 10 feet is what Nethys says. Why didn't they just put that in here? 10-foot emanation. Weird. Alright, yeah, so let me put a 10-foot. Alright, so it's just gonna be you two, basically, suckers. Roll a fortitude save, Krillin and Vimgard. It'd be a D, it'd be on your, well, it'd be on this level, DC 23.
Oh,
All right, so Krillin is able to save from yet another bout of poison, noxious vapors being put out. So, as this thing starts spewing these noxious vapors, Vimgard takes a little bit of damage from it. Poison once again. He also becomes sickened. Alright, and within this, I should have left the ring up again. Oh no. Within this 10-foot ring where he's releasing this noxious vapor, everything inside of here is now concealed. So that means you have to fly a check to act upon it. Oh.
Okay, I am going to.
Hold on. As it goes to your turn, you can tell, just barely through the smoky vapor that this thing is still burning. And let's see. Yep. He falls to the ground dead on fire.
I was gonna trip it too. I should have just.
So you all killed a peaceful alien. I hope you're proud of yourselves.
Plus side, we got some calamari for
I attempted diplomacy. Yeah. I just want to go on the record here and say that I tried.
Yeah, someone was trying to be sneaky even though his mind was being read. I'm not going to name names.
I'm just chaotic neutral. I'll shoot everything. I have a hard time not shooting stuff.
Alright, so you are standing here amongst this dry-ish riverbed, this little creek that's just trickling by, this dead alien laying before your feet. Absolutely no one else around. You're still in the Spell-Scar Desert.
I'd like to go up and do a sleight of hand check to see if I can steal whatever that thing is that he's got.
I mean, can't we just take it from his dead body?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but I thought more people might want it.
Oh, you're trying to steal it from the group itself? That's what you mean.
Well, I mean, probably something that the ship needs. I don't think you taking it's going to matter. We're going to need it for the ship. It does have a thunder helm on it, though. You could try and steal that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The thunder helm is what I will try to take. It's a crown of thorn-like gun barrels extending out. The helm is muffled by the inner lining. As long as the creature wears a thunder helm, it takes a -1 penalty to auditory and visual text, but gains a +1 bonus to saving throws against auditory and visual effects.
You guys were calling me the loot goblin.
While the helm's gun barrel swivels and aims randomly, then conjures enough gunpowder and bullets to fire in all directions around you. Every creature within a 20-foot emanation takes 4d6 piercing. It's an interesting helmet. I guess I was supposed to read that, or it popped up there.
What? The description of that?
My shortcut menu disappeared.
Is it the little hide button? No, it's a little fold.
Hey, Chessie, why don't you go do a thievery check against him? Since he's trying to steal it from the group, you should compete with him.
He's not around.
Why are you trying to turn us against each other, Mr. Chaotic Good over here?
Hey, it's only fair. I'm being fair here.
Maybe I want to let my friend have the thing that he wants so much that he would try to steal it from the group. Do you ever think about that? No, because you only think about yourself.
Is that really? Oh, okay.
Well, so you have a dead alien with a piece of treasure.
Mary, you're muted if you're talking.
I said, well, so you have a dead alien with a piece of treasure at your feet. And you are about 10 miles from the ship here, so still a good 30 miles from the Cradle of Quartz.
We're off to a great start.
Mary, the thing that it was holding, was it the helm or was it something else?
You have to ask the person that drew that picture. No, it was just a piece of clockwork, like garbage, like salvage. Okay. It was like obsessed with anything, clockworky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we were the real monsters all along.
Yeah. My party's full of murder hobos and loot goblins. This is great. I'm gonna do a medicine check, Mary. Try to heal myself for a DC 15.
Success.
Hey, in my defense, I spent time out in these mana wastes. That's where I got my scars.
Logan, you want some heals? Logan, what are you at for health? I could try and heal you if you need. Logan, did you mute yourself?
I'm at
Can you hear me?
25 if he doesn't want them.
I can hear you now.
I don't even press that button anymore. Yes. I would love some healing.
What's
I'm
your health
24. I'm at 24. I was 67.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for DC 20 healing, Mary, on Logan.
Okay.
Good roll.
Heal yourself for 24, Logan.
Uh-oh.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Why you hurt why you hurt yourself?
I wasn't trying to do it to myself.
Who'd you hurt?
Wait, yeah, who'd you hurt?
Drez.
Damn it, I just hurt myself a minute ago.
Wow, what a
Try to
bunch of
heal you. Did not work out well.
I can try and heal Drez. Wait, who needs healing other than me?
Well, I definitely need it. I'm below half health now.
Just walk over and say sorry and hand you a health potion. I have. Where's my equipment?
Oh my gosh.
Thanks,
All right,
guys. I
guys.
appreciate all this healing.
I'll give you
I'm
a
just
minor
not sure
health
why it
potion.
hurts so much.
They're a healing potion lesser. Add one to your inventory. I'll take one off mine.
Okay.
Anyone
And
else
an
need
elixir
heals?
of life. Add one of those too.
Anyone need heals while I'm rolling good?
I think Drez could use some.
You want me to heal you, Trusty?
What level of elixir of life?
Lesser.
I mean, you're welcome to try, but the last two people that have tried have hit me instead. So,
Hey, hold on one second. I'm about to load something. My bad. That's me. I had to reload. I didn't have.
What's your health at, Trusty?
by now I think it's around 3.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I didn't want to do it, but yeah, he's fucked up, bro. Y'all need to stop healing him.
Well, I mean, I can just do a DC 15 heal. It'll heal you for a puny amount, but the chances of failing is not likely.
You know, that's exactly what the other two did and what I did as well, and we see where that got me. So I'm just going to drink these potions.
All right. What's that feat where you damage the person and then you heal them for a large amount if you get a success? Was it risky surgery? Yeah.
Risky surgery? Yeah. So, you guys are just chilling in the Spellscar Desert.
Yeah, so which direction are we going here?
Do we see any sort of footprints from this creature that would maybe lead us to its lair?
You definitely see that it was seemed to be situated on this southern bank, which is to the right, since the map's all oriented ass backwards.
Okay.
But you don't necessarily find any loot pile or anything. I know what you're thinking.
Okay. So I guess we're all done on this map. So shall we just keep heading east? Wherever east is?
Yes.
Alright, so let's see here. Drez chugs a healing potion as you guys walk off into the desert once again. You don't get very far though when you even though you just healed by that the little creek bed, as you guys kind of plod along, it's getting to be kind of midday. It's the desert. It's just beating down on you guys. Let's see here. Hold on. Gotta drop the cameraman up in here. There he goes. So, like I say, the sun is just beating down on you guys. There's no wind, and you've come to a place where there's really not much shade. Just a few, sparse rocks and trees that, don't offer much. You had rested against those hills as much as you could by the little creek there, and you healed up, but it seems like, it's just been forever since you've seen any kind of respite. However, you guys hear the crack of a rifle shot, and as you go to follow it, you come upon, a little bit of an oasis over here. And as you peer across this expanse, you are able to notice some type of creature standing at the far end of this little body of water. And it seems to be that the shot you heard came from this particular person. So you guys want to just go in an encounter to roll initiative to see order, or you want to do the list? It's easier for y'all.
Might as well roll initiative.
Alright. I think that's easier too. Keeps it on the up and up. Alright, so go ahead and see what order you will act here.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
2 20s.
Can I request that we try not to just straight up murder this one?
I mean, I would agree with you every single time.
No problem. But yes.
Alright, so Saren, what will you do?
Of course I'm muted. Well, I'll let you guys go and talk then. Because I have the charisma of a fucking potato.
Should all probably hide behind rocks or something.
So that's 55 feet. That's 2 moves to get there, and I'd like to hide in the rocks.
Okay. Let's see.
Find hide here.
Fine.
There it is.
All right. Krillin, what were you doing?
I'm gonna use all 3 actions to move 95 feet to behind this rock.
Okay. As you move past, this thing fires a warning shot at you. As soon as it has its reload status on, like it should. But yeah, it fires off a shot at you. It catches you on your shoulder.
Oh, he just
Damn.
wants to talk.
You know how we have to react to warning shots that hit us. Does he have any
Okay.
kobolds around that
Wrong
we
game,
can stab?
wrong game.
Here, I'm gonna hit him now. Next turn, he's gonna get fucked up.
His shot also leaves you. Well, you're behind the rock. You made it back there, but you are stunned by his sudden warning shot. Oh, Drez, how will you peacefully resolve this situation?
All right, I'm gonna start by moving right over here. That should be about 20 feet. Or 25 feet, I think.
Mary, so stun 1 is lose 1 action. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you lose actions based on the stun value, which is 1.
And then for my second action, I just want to yell out from behind cover here, dude, chill the fuck out. We just want some water.
You yelled that to him?
Yeah.
Or her? Okay, so roll diplomacy. So it hears you, and in response, shoots at you.
I'm behind cover, damn it.
Say without a penalty. I mean, you just yelled at it, so it knows where you are. Oh,
Yelled at it diplomatically.
diplomatically.
Did that
Alright, so yeah.
hang on, did that take nimble dodge into effect? Into account rather? I don't see it there. Oh yeah,
it gave
no,
you
it,
plus
yeah,
2.
it did. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. So that was the wrong person. He saved it through himself. Yeah, roll a. Let's see. I did that. Alright, so you successfully saved from being stunned by his shot, but he does wing you. Pretty good. Anybody else want to negotiate? Was that 3? Moved and you yelled. Do you have one more?
Yeah, I got one more.
Okay. Go back to you.
Let's see. I think I'm going to have to use my last one to drink this elixir of life because I'm still pretty fucked up.
He sees you drink that. No. Is that what it does? Is it 20? Oh, yeah. Thought I damaged you. My bad. Alright, Gurn. Learn with Gurn.
Okay, I'll move, double move 50 feet. And take a shot with the short bow. And that's it.
He snatches your arrow out of the sky and uses it as a toothpick.
Damn, he's good.
Well, at least he didn't use it as toilet paper.
Wow. Good God.
All right, I am going to go into my. Oh,
Oh, I should probably
Mark.
roll initiative for this thing.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go in my arcane stance for piercing damage. There we go. And then also cast lightning bolt right at him, and that's 120 feet range. So I know I can get him.
Alright. Let's see, what's the save for it?
19, basic reflex.
Jesse, if I grab him, you want to try and negotiate with him?
No.
He doesn't really seem open to negotiations.
All right, so we're gonna kill him then. All right.
I think we have to on this one.
He shot first.
Yeah, I mean, he did shoot you, and then he shot me, and
4d12 and you got 15, Logan.
You could have just been scared.
well, you know, I diplomatized him and critted on that. If he's not going to talk after that, then
And it's my end of my turn.
2, 4, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Could have done that on D6s, you know.
You know what? I know. Yeah.
It looked like you only took half that.
Yep. Oh, that's because he did the save.
Oh yeah, fuck this
No,
save. I think he would have passed on a 1.
Yeah, you got that was 2, so
that-
you're done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Alright, so put him in the mix. There we go. Saren.
Alright,
What
well,
do you do, Saren?
since he's responded so violently, I will respond in kind. And I'm going to do alchemical shot again. Let's use my vial of that.
Alright, let's see. So he takes a hit from that, catches on fire.
Well, since I'm still behind cover, I'm going to covered reload. That's my 3 actions.
Are you just gonna get behind cover? Or are you trying to hide with your cover reload?
We're just going to try to get behind cover so I've got a defensive bonus if he tries to return fire against me.
Gotcha. So you duck behind the rock.
Yeah.
Alright. Krillin. And you shake off your stun condition. You have 2 actions.
There we go. Go here, and I go for a grab. Athletics. Am I targeting them? Yeah. Something matters. Fuck.
slips out of your hands.
And I go hide again. Woo.
Oh, effective. Alright, so this fellow, let's see his range.
Oh, that grab would have been useless. I just realized I should have delayed.
So this little guy. Yeah, he aims down sights at the little Gurn right here. Takes a few shots. So he takes one action reload. And then he shoots and reloads.
Oh, no.
That's not ideal.
So he pops you good with one. And I need you to roll that. So you avoid being stunned by his hit, but it does do some good damage to you. And with that, passes to Drez.
Alright, I am going to run like hell right over here behind this boulder. I am going to attempt to hide. And I am going to sheathe my striking short sword. And that's
Mary,
a
how deep is
for me.
that, the water?
I can jump in and find out, man. Don't see no crocodiles. Could be some crocodiles.
Thinking of pushing them into there. Oh, you fuck! The big ass gator.
Alright, so Drez, you went over there and what? You gonna shoot? You just hide?
No, I'm out of turns. I hid and I put my sword away.
Oh, okay. Did you? Yep. Okay. Perfect. Gurn, will you leave these hostilities unanswered?
Well, I don't really want to leave myself in the open again. So that'll take me all 3 moves to get there.
Good God.
Okay, I'm going to move 25 feet up.
Yeah.
Then. Sorry, target him. Ray of Frost.
What's your range on that?
120 feet. Right, and
Oh, so he gets a little bit of frozen fur, and he just kind of laughs, tickles him.
all right, and that's the end of my turn.
Two. All right, sharpshooter.
So I'm behind cover.
I have an idea. Oh, I hope this works.
He should be flat-footed to me for my surprise attack.
So you're in cover, but he knows that you're back.
He knows
You're not unnoticed.
Fair enough. Well, I will take my shot
So
with
you
the rifle.
could hide right now and try to become unnoticed by him.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. And if that was effective.
So you attempt to evade his notice, but he's locked on to all of you guys at the moment.
Okay, well, I'll just shoot them. Good old regular AC shot.
Grimaces as your bullet pierces his flesh, and that's how kind of a guttural
And then I'll reload
creature-like sound.
and then duck back into the rock. Reload. You just keep distracting them, I'll keep picking them off from range.
All right, my turn.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go here, here, then I'm going to then sorry, that was I'll go here. Then I'm gonna try and shove him.
Okay.
Athletics check.
So is the DC on his level or your level? His reach and adds the weapon's item bonus to attack rolls. There's an item bonus to the athletic check. So what is your bonus with your bare hands?
My bonus? Where do I see that?
Well, it looks like they're almost the same. It would have been just one more. Get your target's fortitude DC. So let's see. You do not successfully shove him.
And I'm gonna use a hero point. I'm gonna roll again.
Excuse me. So it's athletics, but it's plus 14 because you had your weapon. So that's actually 29.
Okay.
So that's a success.
Okay.
So you push him back 5 feet.
And I'm gonna stride after him because that's part of the description, right? Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grapple him to try and drown him in the water.
I like it.
Right?
Okay.
So it's I guess it's a -5, right? Because it's a map.
Yes.
I hope this works. Come on, please work.
It'd be
Yes!
If it gets his fortitude, right?
Yeah.
That does not succeed. You
No,
don't
wait. Let me double check this. It's a trip that's against the reflex. Oh yeah, shit, that's right. Damn it.
Oh, that was so close.
Oh, that would have been
DC
sick.
27.
Oh, no!
That would have been so sick. Oh. All right, I tried, guys.
Now he grabs you. All right, so
Hopefully you're inside his weapons range, so...
notwithstanding this aggression, let's see here. Okay, so yeah, he.
Mary, so I can see how deep he is in the water, right? Like, how deep is he right now? Is it just like barely any?
I mean, he's just standing. Yeah, he's in.
Okay, so it's barely.
He's not underneath you or anything.
Okay.
He's not any lower than you. Yeah. So he comes up and he smacks you with some kind of little club he's got. Before you know what's happening. connect. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, he hits you once with that, and then he just like keeps wailing on you. And luckily for you, though, he only connects one time, but it's smart since he smacks you with the same. And you let out a oof as you guys are engaged in Mortal Kombat here. Drez, your quarry is distracted. What will you do?
Did my stealth check before succeed or fail? I need to know how fast I can move.
You are hidden, yes.
Okay, so half speed is going to take me all 3 of my actions to get down here, but I'm going to move behind this rock down here. And that's my turn.
Gurn, Revenge of the Arrow.
I'm gonna craft me an elixir of life. Then drink said elixir.
Anyone have the electric arc spell? Nope.
I do.
Where I'm going with this?
That water might pump things up.
Yeah.
It's still too far away. That's my problem. And also, I don't want to summon an animal because I think he may be closer to death, and I don't want to waste a whole turn just to summon him.
Was that all your actions to craft that and rank that?
And move, yep. No, I'm done. I'll get within the electric arc range.
Must have been guard.
Okay, I'm going to move 25 feet and then use Ray of Frost again.
Right.
Okay.
Dances out of the way once more.
And that is my turn.
Saren?
Well, I'll keep going with my same old strategy. You know what, I'll try to hide again.
Okay.
See if I can get that surprise attack off.
He is still locked onto you.
Yeah.
Notices you.
Okay, well, I'll just fire my shot. Ooh.
That one assumes he knew was coming and he kind of jerks out of the way.
And I'll covered reload back behind my rock and swear to myself. Never miss.
Try to grab again.
Ground
His
hand.
fortitude is too high, man. 28? Is it really 28? His fortitude?
It was DC 27 was your
Oh,
check.
Jesus Christ. It's nuts now. Yeah. I'm gonna go into mountain stance.
Do you even lift, bro? Mountain man.
And then I'm going to do a key strike. If you could put force damage, please. Let me know when it's okay. Then I'm going to Flurry of blows.
He says, I don't even know you like that.
Yeah, get fucked.
You don't even know this guy could be friendly.
He won't stop shooting at us, so he's
I
obviously
think all
not
the
friendly.
the balance of the evidence does not support that conclusion.
Hey man, innocent until proven guilty.
Pretty sure when he shot at me after critting on diplomacy, he proved himself guilty.
Just revealed your location is all. Alright, so that's it for you, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so as it moves over to Paulzu once more, something strange happens. You see him kind of get a weird glass over look in his eyes. He looks around at all of you and he falls down on his knees right here in front of Krillin and he just begs you to stop. He says he surrenders. Let him explain. And he's just got his hands up and he's laid his rifle down on the ground. You accept his surrender?
I kick his rifle out of the way and I
Brown him.
gesture to everyone to come over here.
Alright.
I will come over.
I step out from behind my cover, but I am keeping my gun trained on this guy.
Yeah. I will also activate my spell strike as well.
Alright, you diplomacy people, do your thing.
I'm gonna pick up his
So
weapon.
you're activating your spell strike as you approach?
Oh, sorry. No, actually not. Well, yes, because he was firing at us. I'm being prepared and ready.
I mean, he's
Like, it's just preparing it. Like, I'm not
Yes,
attacking with him. It's
What
just
happened
like
the last
reloading
time
a
you did this,
weapon.
Logan?
What spell are you put on it?
Heat metal.
So it's glowing like red hot.
Yep.
And it's your big axe, right?
Yeah, I'll have that one out. So I never really.
I would like to use intimidation on this guy now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to be like, now you're going to tell us what the fuck is going on, or my orc friend is going to start burning parts off of you that you don't want to lose.
Okay. Do you want to consult with your party before you do it?
No, I'm agreeing with him on this.
Okay. So your attempt to intimidate him is successful, and he believes you. He tells you that he can explain if you'll just give him a chance.
I'm listening.
He looks around at everybody else to kind of see if they're also about to shoot him or listening or what's going on. What's the rest of everyone doing?
Trigger finger.
I'm standing with my arms crossed, looking at him menacingly.
Looking at him. All right, Gurn's behind him. So he starts explaining to you that although the body that you currently see is that of a Knoll sharpshooter named Paulzu, that in fact the person or entity that you're speaking to right now is the spirit of Jax. Jax was once an Alkenstar based caravan guard, and on a trip through the desert was waylaid by Paulzu and his band of gnome bandits and miscreants, and it was just a vicious fight. Everyone pretty much was killed except for Paulzu, and he made sure to enact vengeance that every other person in the caravan was just murdered. When he got done, however, he came over to Jax's body and he took the rifle that he's got a hold of right now, not knowing that the bond between Jax and this rifle was more than just a material one, and that the spirit of this warrior is actually infused into this weapon. So now that Paulzu has claimed it for his own, he's able to dominate his mind. He further explains that if you'll give him a chance, you know, that he can help you out. That what he's describing to you was many, many years ago, and he's lived and hunted in this desert ever since. And that if you'll allow him to, he thinks he can maintain control of Paulzu, and that he could be an assistance to you.
I ask him what kind of guarantee he can give us that he's not going to lose control again.
He kind of laughs and tells you, my friend, there are no guarantees in life, especially in the Spell-Scar Desert.
I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I'm not too keen on giving that gun back to somebody who might slip up and let this guy start shooting us again.
Yeah.
You can always claim the gun as your own, but then I think he might be able to control you.
Well, at that discussion, you know, Paulzu / Jax here asks you if they can pick the gun back up because they are losing connection here, and that all of their power is wrapped up in the gun, so they need Paulzu to be holding it.
We got up you guys. My gun's trained.
I mean, he can hold one end of it while one of us holds the end with the trigger pointed right at his balls and our finger ready to pull.
Okay, so you like hold it. You hold out the dangerous end. You let him hold on to it.
I mean, I'm not the one who has it, so it's
just like laying on the ground. So
right.
Move over here and pick it up.
Do you guys think that's a good idea? What do you guys want to do?
Can I sense motive on this guy?
Sure.
Good call. You want to do that too.
Oh, you attempt a secret perception check for me.
Oh, is it in secret? Yeah.
You can just press the button too, and it does the same.
Yeah, it'll do it in secret.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Gurn, you're not able to tell anything odd about this. However, Saren, having experience in the Spell-Scar Desert, and especially with gnolls who are a common occurrence out here, can tell that they are not acting in a normal way for a gnoll. You know, whether that's attributed to two minds inhabiting the same body or what have you, it's hard to determine. But definitely acting out of place for a gnoll.
Like, he doesn't seem like he's gonna try to fuck us over here, or he's lying to us. Or does it seem like he's lying, I guess?
Well, if it's an evil thing, like he obtained this thing by committing murder, I don't know how you want to roll around with an evil dude.
Well, it's a gnoll, so it seems to be acting somewhat normally for a gnoll, but you can tell that there's, like I say, there's more than just a gnoll at work. So I guess what I would say to that is trust this person as much as you would trust a gnoll.
Well, I mean, I think we should just take the rifle away and then just
Oh no.
have him. I don't know. Go
What
take
happens
it from there.
What happens to Jax if he doesn't have the bond?
I think Jax is in the weapon.
Yeah, but so if we take it, are we going to be controlled, or is the link broken and he dissipates or something?
You might have to do a little spell check on that.
Good question.
Can I do like an Arcana check on that? Or?
Can you do an all cultism?
I have occultism, yeah. If that's the right
Or
one.
Arcana. Actually, preferably Arcana.
Occultism would be better.
What are you guys trying to do? Determine what?
I want to determine if someone holds that gun, if they're gonna the curse is gonna pass on to me if I carry that gun.
Okay. It's divine magic, for sure. So you would recall knowledge divine.
Oh, that's how you do it? I didn't do the right thing.
Yeah, you just roll divine.
Was that divine?
Yeah, what is the...
They're divine?
Religion?
I don't think there's a divine skill.
Or religion is what's the necromancy? That's what I'm thinking of.
There's Arcana,
I think that would be,
occultism, religion.
What?
Yeah, occultism,
It'd be
Arcana,
occult.
religion. Occult, okay. So yeah,
Occult.
15. Didn't do good.
Yeah, because necromancy's in occult, right?
Someone else check their knowledge.
So you guys, I mean, you're not able to determine what would happen if someone else possesses this thing, this gun. It's definitely magical.
Do we barter with Jax and say we can carry the gun if you behave?
He tells you again that he has to carry the gun, or else he can't maintain his domination spell. He has to sustain the domination spell.
Just remove the ammo from the gun and let him hold it.
That is true.
No, you're thinking.
Right?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
Make sure we take all of the Null's, any additional ammo. We need to search him really good, make sure he doesn't have any on him.
But whoever has the ammo should be right beside him to give him the ammo if we do get in a fight or something.
We don't need his help.
If we get into a fight, we throw him out in the open and use him as cover. Just kidding.
What's your alignment again?
Yeah.
Like you guys are taking all of the rounds away from Palsy, but giving him the gun back.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. And are you carrying these with you, or?
Yeah.
Who's gonna carry him? Who's back?
Probably a ranged person. Or wait, we're following him, right?
No,
Hey.
he's joining you.
Okay. Yeah, if we're following him, I guess he's gonna be in the front, and I'll be in the front with him. So I'll take the ammo. Or Logan, either or.
I should be able to. Yeah, I can totally take it.
Okay. All right.
Well, since we're out of combat and that, I'm going to heal Drez and I. Well, first.
Oh yes.
Heal...
It's healing time. Hey, how much?
Damn it. It's not a fail. It's not a critical kill fail.
All right.
And you're healing yourself?
Yeah. All right. Who needs heals? I could use a heal.
18.
Throw me some. Sorry, who needed heals again?
Gurn.
Gurn. Okay.
I can do Gurn.
I'm going to attempt to heal myself again here.
I'll do
You guys could rest here. Are you trying to rest? You're just in the desert here. You don't have to necessarily continue your journey.
We do have water here too.
Is it safe to drink?
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all click the buttons on that because that was just too many rolls at once.
why isn't it rolling? Heck. Treat wounds. Yes.
You're clicking the macro or the little
Yeah, I'm doing the macro. It's so you know treat
clock?
wounds, and then the menu popped out, right? And I clicked the treat wounds button, but nothing's rolling. Oh, now it's rolling.
I just didn't.
Oh, okay.
But we're resting for the night here.
I just said you could.
Yeah.
Well, that was for Gurn, Mary. By the way, I'm just trying to heal him.
Been muted this whole time. Yeah, Krillin, I treat wounds on you, and I crit.
Oh, okay.
You get 13 hit points
Thank you.
back. Fucking mute.
Wait, why did they take damage? What?
Because you took too much heal? You just said you took too much? Alright, Vimgard, who did you heal?
Oh,
Everybody rolled all at once.
I healed myself in it for 8 points. I already put it on.
You already did. Drez, who did you heal?
Myself.
There we go. Jeez. That was for Gurn.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so you're not going to take mine. So he already healed for 5. Alright.
All right. Rest here, I guess. You guys want to rest? Get your spell slots back.
You're going to rest until the morning?
I'll go with the party on this one.
Yeah, I
I'm
can go
good either way.
I'm good.
How far are we to the city? Like a day away now?
No,
You're still, yeah, just a little bit more than a day.
and might as well rest.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Somebody want to roll a survival check?
Who's got the highest?
I got +7.
I got 8.
I'm at +2 untrained. Chesty, what's yours?
+7.
Yeah, whoever has +8 should do it then.
Okay.
Nice roll.
Uh-oh.
Alright, so the night passes uneventfully, and the sun comes up in the morning. And you hear Paulzu kind of chanting. It sounds like Jax's voice. Seems like the spell has taken hold for another day. And let's see, when the gun shines on him in a way that it didn't before, and you notice that he has a heroism effect on him.
Okay.
I do a knowledge to know what the heroism effect is.
Sure.
Oh, I have to check for that.
Society, recall knowledge. You know enough about heroes to know that heroism is +1, basically, to all his roles.
Okay. Oh,
He has a kind of a golden aura shining over the gun and him for the moment.
well, let's continue on our way.
Yep.
All right, so along with Paulzu, you guys continue moving on through the desert. You pass through out of kind of flat, rolling, sand dune-ish kind of spots, dry riverbeds, and you come to a spot where there are a whole bunch of different rock formations, dozens of stone pillars, 20 feet high, all kinds of weird shapes. They all share the same layering pattern of the sediment, so it indicates that they are all formerly in a riverbed, but now it's just a dry canyon, what you've seen kind of all through the spell scar here. Of course, it's been eroded by the wind and by the frequent flash flooding. Some of the pillars are eerily reminiscent of almost like an intelligent creature. They seem to be carved almost by a skilled master instead of just by nature. No doubt that part of that is due to the strange terrain, the strange action of mana storms, and how they scour and change the landscape. So, as you guys approach this place, yes, perfect. Drop you in. Your pal Paulzu is with you. He's not shown you any signs of being weird. So far, it seems that the good side is in control, I guess, to put it in a way. Let's see, does he still have his? No. Let me check his health real quick. 1 second. $66. All right, let me bring everybody over here. So, as I said, you guys approach a field here of just rocky outcrops, like some of them eerily reminiscent of carved statues and things that you've seen in some of the finest cities of Galarian. We'll do this. We can do an encounter again, just for turn order. There we go.
Can we are we allowed to order the knoll guy around to make him go first?
You could ask him to. Yeah. Cool.
All right.
But he did just say he would join you. I don't know if he said he would help you.
I guess we should tell him to lead the way. Whoever's first.
Yes, that's me.
I think that's always you, Leroy Jenkins.
What's his name?
Oh, Jack.
His name is, so the knoll's name is Paulzu, and the spirit that's controlling him is Jax, yes.
Alright. Say, Jax, which way are we going here? Which way should we start?
He tells you that He's not familiar with all of the hoodoo fields, and explains that that's what they call these formations out here, hoodoos. He tells you that typically he avoids this area because it's hard to get a shot of somebody who's hiding behind a pillar.
Okay, well, I'm going to be uncharacteristic and move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I will roll a hide check in here and do a perception check. See if I can, or a survival check, I guess. See which way I think we should go. You know what? That's dumb. I'm just going to hide here.
Okay. All right. So, next up,
Okay, it's my turn. I'm just...
Cradle.
Krillin, you should be beside Jack.
Seem to have a big opening running
Hmm.
to the right of the map, I guess. With all that.
You can just tell him to come with you.
Okay. I beckon Jax to come with me. We're gonna walk to this spot here.
He kind of tentatively moves towards you. He waits for you to make the first move and follows cautiously behind you. He notices that the spot where Saren is hiding out is a good vantage point. He kind of pulls up right here.
And then I move another. Let's see how far. And I'll move to this area. And then I raise my shield.
All right. Name on the flank. Drez.
I guess we have to head east then, hey? From what I can see in this map.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, technically south if you go by the way they oriented the desert map, but yeah, to the
Go right. Yeah.
Should be about 30 feet. If I was sneaking, I'm at half speed, so that should be it for me.
All right. Well, and I guess so. Your answer to that, because really it's not supposed to be. I mean, there's no point in doing a private roll if I'm just supposed to tell you, right? The answer to that would be, like, you could still be sneaking. It's like,
And still be seen by something, yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah, the private roll, I think, is to keep me from knowing for sure if something around is going to see me.
Right.
But the assumption is that, yes, I did go into stealth, but could still be.
Right. Exactly.
That's 25. $15, $20, $25, and then another one, 5, 10, 15. And 25. There we go. That is my turn. And can I do a perception check to see if there's anything around unusual?
Of course.
Nice.
Oh, there we go.
You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. Just a bunch of rocks.
Damn. Waste of a crit.
Yeah. Oh, that's my turn.
I'm going to apply poison to one of my arrows.
Alright.
And then head the same way Drez is. Oh, here we go.
You good? You can go right there.
Yeah.
Alright, back to Saren. And Saren, just as you go to move, Paulzu/Jax says to you, look at that shade over there across the way. You won't find that anywhere in the spell scar. And he suggests that y'all go rest in the shade of these hoodoos.
We just finished resting.
He did.
Huh?
He apparently did. He was tossing and turning, dominated by a talking gun.
Is it oppressively hot?
Oh yeah, it's been oppressively hot the whole time you've been in the desert for sure. But you guys have been maintaining it so far.
So taking a siesta might not be such a bad idea.
Okay.
Are we gonna rest or what? What do you guys want to do?
I think we need to clear this area first and make sure nothing's gonna fucking kill us.
Well, Paulzu kind of hears you guys talking about that, and he says that he actually remembers this place, and he knows of an alcove that is unusually cool, and he thinks he remembers where it is.
We've listened to him.
Yeah, he's willing to show you.
Alright, show us where it is.
Yep. Let's go.
All
Can I
right.
do a sense motive on that?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, where is it now?
Good idea.
Oh, nope, that's not the one.
Oh, it's me against his he goes here for you. Deception DC of the creature. Oh. Let's see.
I feel like he's setting us up for a trap.
You are able to tell. It's cloudy. You believe that he just wants to go and rest, but again, there's the two personalities, so it's a little hazy to you, but you think he's genuine in wanting to just go rest in a cool place that he remembers.
Good.
Cool temperature wise.
Can I also try a sense motive as a second opinion, Mary? Or is it like a whole party type thing?
I mean, I would let you, sure.
You'd have to roll for it. Oh, secret check, right? Oh, you're supposed to roll it. Never mind. But whatever. I rolled secret. I can't even see it. You can see that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean you can do it if as long as it's secret. But yeah, so you sense the same thing, and it's cloudy because of the two personalities, but you get a genuine sense that he just wants to go rest in a cool place. He may have been more wounded in that battle than you guys realize.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right, so he kind of lets out a few yelps, and he moves real quick. Tells you to follow him this way. He stops for a moment and looks around. He says, here. He goes straight into a little alcove. He seems very proud of himself. He points around to the area around and he says, "Isn't this just beautiful for a camp?" And he asks if you guys will assist him in setting up a camp.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, somebody want to roll survival?
Okay.
Can we set up like traps?
Does anybody know how to do that?
That would be survival check, right? Like trip wires for alarms or whatever.
I mean, do you have those things on you?
Oh, I guess not. I don't.
You said it, but if you don't have it. So are you taking taking the 21 or the 8?
The 21,
Take the 21.
please.
Okay, so it's close to midnight and I'm kind of fading here with this cold. So you guys want to pause on the camp right here?
Yep.
I will leave you on a cliffhanger to see what happens in 2 weeks.
Dun, dun, dun.
Alright.
Dun dun dun. GG.
Okay.
Off the airship.